That's better. While I wait for folks to join, let me get my stones. Hold on. I can actually turn it around because I rearranged my room. So I'm just putting on my stones, seeing if anybody will join my live that has not been popping. And goodness knows how long. But I got to get it popping. Because we're in the new year, zodiac-wise, astrology-wise, and we are in the almost the heart of Aries season with the Mercury Cazimi happening this week too. Mercury's in retrograde. Hey, people that are joining. Mercury is in retrograde in Aries. The sun is in Aries. The moon is in Aries. Chiron, the wounded healer, is in Aries. The North Node, our destiny, is in Aries. Venus is in Aries. It's a lot in Aries. Thank y'all for joining. Hey, everyone. So it's a lot in Aries. And shout out if you have any Aries placements, any first house placements. I'm a Libra rising, so I'm the opposite sign of Aries. And I have Aries in the 7th house. So I want to talk about the houses tonight with y'all. I want to get this live popping again. Have not been on here for a long time. Because I'm a Libra rising, all I want to do is be up under somebody because I'm a Scorpio sun. Too. Fellow Martians, Scorpio and Aries are both from Mars. Welcome, everyone. I'm talking about the eclipse, just like every other astrologer online right now. And I'm putting on my stones so that I can get in like a more grounded state because we're in fire energy. It's so fiery right now. It's burning me up as a water sign and as an air rising. It's burning me up. You know, air helps fire breathe, which is why it's okay with all the placements I have. Shout out to Generation X, that's Pluto and Libra. Shout out to Libra risings who are opposing all this energy. And shout out to North Node and Libra people. So yeah, it's a lot going on, especially if you are a cardinal sign. Aries, of course, are the main characters. Libra, the opposite of the main characters. The other two cardinal signs are Capricorn and Cancer, the mother and the father. And everybody's a leader in this instance. And it's like you have to lead yourself at this time because Aries is it's the first sign of the zodiac, which is why the real new year was beginning of Aries season or April 1st, whichever way you want to slice it. It wasn't January 1st, that's for sure. It wasn't in the cardinal sign of Capricorn. That's when they start the business new year. They get money out of the people new year. The governmental year. The middleman year. But you don't have no business doing what they do year. Starts in January the 1st. The real new you who this begins right now. Because we have the new moon in Aries, aka the eclipse in Aries, because the nodes of destiny, of our fate, of our karma are also affecting what is the eclipse. The nodes are in Aries, North Node, our destiny, and Libra, South Node, our past lives and karma. 1 second, I'm going to flip us back around. And actually, I'm going to choose a book. Maybe I'll do the Mercury retrograde book. All right, y'all. So I am TMZ. That stands for Teaching Everyone Abundantly, Empowering Many. Zakia, that is me, enlightening every day. And I appreciate everyone coming in. TikTok is doing its usual tricks. I see lots of people coming in, but it's reading 0, so tap the screen, please, for me. Hit the like button. Y'all know what to do on live. I'm trying to make this talker. There we go. Okay. So we got all this stuff going on right behind me, and I finally got this stand going. It's Mercury retrograde. As I read, if you comment, especially about how you're feeling, because the energies are super fiery. Okay, we have, I don't know if y'all can see, this is based on my house system, because I'm a Libra rising, so where's the number one? The only thing that's in my house right now is the South Node. Okay, over here, we have the North Node in Aries. So I'm a Libra rising. That is why you see the Roman number 1 over there. Okay, so don't pay that any attention unless you're a Libra rising. But anyway, we have a lot of things in Aries. So Aries is cardinal fire. That's why you have the red sign right there. It might be a reflection from the light, so pardon that. Thank you for being here. Tap the screen for me, please. Hit the like button. Tap the screen like that for me. Thank you for being here. All right, so we have Mercury retrograde. We have Chiron in 19 degrees. We have the North Node in about 15 degrees. They're still on the same decan. The first decan is 0 to 9. Second decan is 10 to 19. The third decan is 20 to 29 for every sign. That is how you get 12 signs for 30 degrees. I'm sorry, 30 degrees each, because 0 to 29 is 30 degrees. 12 times 30 is 360, which is the zodiac wheel. Please tap that screen. Thank you, Christopher, I believe. Okay, so we have the sun in Aries. You see all these things, it's so conjunct around here. This is the conjunction. There's so much blended energy in these signs right here. Okay, so we're having a conjunction currently with the sun and the moon. The sun is around 19 degrees. The moon will be at 19 degrees midday tomorrow, Eastern Standard Time, around 2. Mercury is about to enter the second decan. Don't get me started. I can't remember the degrees. I'll have to look it up if we have time. Chiron is definitely conjunct the sun and the moon while we are having this eclipse. Chiron is the wounded healer, okay? Chiron has been in Aries for about 3 years. It'll be doing about 2 more as it moves on all these signs, all these planets and asteroids. Chiron is an asteroid, have retrogrades. Mercury retrogrades 3 times a year, so that's why we're in Mercury retrograde for the first time in 2024. But we have Chiron, the wounded healer, in 19 degrees, very conjunct, very blended, very heating up the spot. Okay, because fire signs, we have Aries. All these signs, all these planets, all these asteroids are in Aries. Sun, 1. Moon, 2. Mercury, 3. Venus is also in Aries now, 4. Chiron, 5. And North Node, 6. 6 placements in the fiery, motivating, aggressive, impulsive, nonetheless, pioneer, brave, inspirational sign of Aries. Which means that we're going to have a lot of heat. Like a heat wave coming in right now. All of a sudden, it was from cold with Pisces. We have a lot of conjunction in Pisces, too. We have Saturn getting ready to conjunct Mars, actually, this week, too, in the second decan. So a lot is happening in this middle decan. And what's so important about the middle decan is when you have the energies at the beginning, right? You're starting to build up. Then you have the energies at the end when they're dying down. But the middle is like where it's extra strong. It's like the fixed energy. There's the 3 modes. There's cardinal, which initiates, begins things. There's fixed, which follows through. The fixed signs, okay, cardinals, what we just talked about, Libra, Aries, Capricorn, and Cancer. Then the fixed mode is Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius. Then you have the mutable signs, which adapt and get ready for change back into the cardinal signs. 3 modes. The mutable signs are Sagittarius, Pisces, Virgo, and Gemini. So if you're new to astrology, I just gave you a little bit of a tutorial. All right, so we have we have 3 conjunctions. We have them all in the different modes, okay? So we have the conjunction of Mars and Saturn. I don't have the exact degrees for Mars right now, but I believe it's going to be happening in the second degree, the second decan. So Mars will be generally about in the teens, the early teens, 13 degrees when it conjuncts Mars, when it blends its energy. I will not be letting anyone join live, but thank you for attempting. All right, you can definitely leave comments. You can definitely tap the screen, hit the like button. All right, you can definitely subscribe, but no one is allowed to join the live. All right, so we have Mars and Saturn, as I said. Those are 2 maleficent planets, meaning those are 2 really powerful, in a challenging way, planets. And they're both in Pisces, which is the reason why we had a few bridge accidents, and not just a couple, but a few bridge accidents where there was trouble on over the waters. Pisces, water sign. Saturn is structure and restriction, and Mars is action, cutting, war. So expect a few more things, especially coming up. This is exact. It'll be the exact conjunction where the both planets, Mars and Saturn, will be in around 13, 14 degrees when they are exactly potent, and something could pop off. It's actually the same degrees that popped off when there was a lockdown just 3 years ago. We're not going to go back into the past, though. All right, the next conjunction we have, that one was in the mutable. Okay, we have it in each mode. We have a conjunction in each mode, a significant one this week. We have the conjunction next with the sun and the moon, of course, which creates the new moon, which creates the eclipse tomorrow with Chiron. So that's a significant conjunction in the cardinal signs, initiating something, starting something new. Thank you for joining. Hit the like button and leave me a comment, especially if you're into astrology. That is what this channel is about. All right. And love. All right. So, as I was saying, also the North Node is kind of conjunct at this time with the moon, the sun, and Chiron, all in the second degree, all blending their energies. We have the sun, which is the overall energy, the overall personality of a person, and us on Earth, always illuminating us, always shining on us to show us what's going on, right? And we have the moon. That's overall people as well, but our emotions and how we react to things. Remember, Aries is fiery, it's impulsive. It's assertive too, though it's a leader. So, every sign has its challenges and its support. Then we also have Venus, but Venus just entered Aries yesterday, I believe, or 2 days ago. So it's in the very early degrees, meaning it's in the first decan. It's like in 0 to 1 degrees right now. So we're not going to include Venus, even though it's in Aries with everything else. But the sun, moon are conjunct. We're also not going to include Mercury right now because Mercury's still in the last decan, in the 20s. Went all the way to 27 degrees and went into retrograde. We're on April the 7th, so 6 days ago, at 27 degrees. So it's still in the first decan. I believe Mercury is around. And I should have had these degree points prepared for you all, but I just wanted to get started on the live. But Mercury's in the last decan. So Mercury's in the last decan. Venus is in the first decan. We're talking about the sun, the moon, Chiron, and the North Node in the same decan, in the second decan. The decans are the beginning, the middle is the second decan that we're discussing, and the end. So we're having this eclipse where the sun and the moon, how you see what's going on with yourself and the world, your overall self, and the way you react to it with the moon. The new things that you bring out for yourself, especially because we're talking about fire signs. Fire signs are all about self, all about how they can motivate themselves and others. Anyway, Chiron is the one to healer. So, especially in Aries, this has to do with childhood trauma. So, or childhood just learning how to be in this world. So Chiron healing some things that maybe have been tough, maybe have been where you are not being what you thought you might have been from childhood, because we're talking about Aries. Then we have the North Node, which is your destiny. Thank you for joining. We have the North Node, which is your destiny in life and your purpose in life. And because it's in Aries, cardinal energy again, being, and also fire energy, being a motivator, being a leader, being a pioneer. It also can be impulsive and assertive, so watch that with Aries energy. Even if you don't have Aries placements, everybody has an Aries house. So like I am discussing, my Aries house is the 7th house. Okay? My Aries house is the 7th house because I'm a Libra, which means I start my rising. I'm Libra rising, Scorpio sun. So I'm basically a Scorpio. But I'm a Libra rising, so my opposite from the 7th house, the house of relationships, is the house of self identity, which is where my Libra rising is. If you are an Aries rising, you are naturally with the way the wheel goes. If you are a Libra rising like me, you are, everything is opposite because I'm the opposite sign of the first sign of the zodiac. Hopefully that makes sense. But what I've been dealing with, 7th house things. So I'm prepared today, y'all. I don't know if you can still see this, but as I said, first house is where your rising sign starts. So if you don't know your rising, please hit me up. Let me know in the comments and I'll let you know how to find out. Your big three, like your sun sign, we all know our sun signs. I'm a Scorpio, right? You'll say you're a Libra, you're a Cancer, whatever. That is your sun sign, but your rising sign is how you determine life's purposes, which are these houses, where the Roman numerals are. Each house has a life purpose. This one is the relationship house and the partnership house. Marriage, sharing, justice, equality, contracts, relationships overall, friendships as well. And they're all in Aries, the opposite sign. For me, for the 7th house, the sign, this is Libra, 7th sign, 7th house. And all of this Aries energy is there. So where I'm normally about building relationships, right now I'm learning on how to self-identify with myself, build a relationship with myself, partner with myself, which is why I'm back on here trying to build new partnerships, but putting myself out there at the same time, asserting myself, Aries energy, healing from past mistakes with this. This is like the 20th comeback. Who knows? But I'm not giving up, right? There's new information with Mercury retrograde, especially in Aries, coming at us all to know that we can do things in a different way. We just got to review some stuff, not to react in a different way. I can't tell you my personal relationships, y'all, which I have on my own separate YouTube, took a toll since the Libra lunar eclipse last week, or 2 weeks ago, I'm sorry. The full moon in Libra. Anyway, not to react that way and to just step into my power. The sun is exalted in Aries. Aries is the ruler of Leo. I'm sorry, the ruler of Leo. Sun is Leo's the ruler of the sun. Okay? But Aries is exalted because it's also a fire sign. And it's the first sign of the zodiac. It's exalted. The sun is right now in its best place for us all to start new relationships with ourselves. If you're a Libra rising, say if you're a Scorpio rising, new relationships, not relationships, new self-help, health. Let me look at not stumble over my words, Mercury retrograde. Use my house definition. So health house is the 6th house. So stepping into new health and fitness routines, new systems, new analytical natures, pets as well. Stepping into new work habits, the way you organize, the way you give a sense of usefulness, service given. So that's for Scorpio risings. We can go all the way around if I had some more engagement, but I know that this is my first day back. Again, I appreciate the people that are on here. If you have any comments or questions, if you are, hey Timber, I do know you. Hi, I'm going to say hi. I do remember you from past lives. That's awesome that you've come back. Nice to see you again. But yeah, because I'm going to play this out later and tap the screen if you come through. That would be awesome. Look at all the cute little bunnies and eggs and rockets and all this stuff from tapping the screen. How awesome. All right, so um what else did I want to say? I would definitely love to keep this going and maybe even come back tomorrow so I can see if I can increase the energy in here. Probably market it a little better. Probably make a video right after this to market it better. But anyway, this is also sextiling really quick. So where's my sextile sign? So everything that's in the elements that are compatible is a sextile. Okay, so everything that's in Aries is sextiling good old Pluto, especially Venus right now. Venus is the planet of pleasure. Venus is about money and finances as well, beauty, love. And Pluto in Aquarius is not only just like came in with a, I see, like, I have bought so much stuff off of TikTok because there's so much innovativeness coming in right now. And Pluto is sextiling anything that's in the first decan, like Venus, who just entered Aries. Okay, so all your weird, innovative pleasures can really kick off with this moon that's now also just entered Aries because it won't be at 19 degrees until midday tomorrow. So it's still probably much in the first decan of Aries right now. The moon moves every 2.5 days, so it'll be in the second decan pretty much by morning. But right now it's still in the first decan. So the moon is sextile Pluto as well. Nobody can join. Thank you for joining though. And as you join and request to be on my live, tap the screen. Say something too. Be nice. If you're not nice, I'm gonna feel like you're one of the Pluto and Aquarius bots that are on social media so much. Anyway, as I was saying, the moon and Venus and Pluto, so how we're reacting can be a little bit more innovative in a compatible way with this energy. Pluto is hitting everything in fire and earth signs in a positive, not earth signs, I'm sorry, fire and air signs in a positive way, supportive way with air signs, compatible way with fire signs. And as all of these placements, the sun, the moon today, Mercury weeks ago, Venus recently with Pluto, Mars not yet, soon, as Mars will be leaving Pisces in another week and a half, and Chiron in the North Node, not really the North Node because the North Node has been moving since Pluto was in Capricorn, but anyway, they have been significantly and positively, not Chiron as well either, hitting Pluto. Pluto is a planet of transformation. Pluto in Aquarius is innovation. There's been so many new gadgets, new this, new that, and everybody's getting money, especially in social ways, social media and technology especially. So Venus, the planet of money, hitting Pluto right now. I would tap into that too. And I'm not going to just start telling people about it. I got to show y'all too. As these energies hit me, and it's been a long time that I've been on live because these energies are hitting me, but I don't have to choose to sit there and just let them hit me. I can push through, which is what I'm doing. All right. And since there's not really any more questions and my mouth is so dry, matter of fact, let me get some water, y'all. 1 second. I wonder if I gave TikTok a little 2-second commercial. That it'll pick up on my live. Hold on. You're not done. Okay. No, I'm not done. As I've been doing spoiled child, that's been helping. It's not just the lighting. It's been helping my face look a lot younger. I am 46 years old. I'm young at heart. But I was getting like dark circles and bags. It's making that look better. But I will say that I took this and I'm already a regular goer, if you know what I mean. And this is going to be my second night, so my third and fourth capsule. And we'll see. I was regular. And I got a lot of junk to lose in the trunk, so we'll see about these. Not going to shout them out too much. Because, yeah. What time is it? What time is it? Is it 22 or 2300? Who knows that? Oh, it's 2100 still. It's 2100. Well, maybe I'll just sit on here and look cute while I wait for people to ask questions. We can do that. We can keep it live and the party going. Zodiac Quest, April 6th. I have to learn what all these live banners and stuff are at the tops. It would be so great if some of y'all were real people and you could tell me. I'm taking the capsule. Thank you for joining. Say something, please. Especially if you're a real person. Especially the two people that are sitting. Like I can see. Oh, now I see 4 people sitting. Okay, let's get it popping. Who has an astrology question? Say something, please. Tap the screen for me, please. I'm up here taking my TikTok made me buy capsules. I know there's so many other astrologers online keeping it popping, and I should have been on here all weekend, but we got all week for things to pop off. So yeah, as long as I'm on here every day, Sunday, Moon Day, Mars Day, Mercury Day, Jupiter Day, Venus Day, and Saturn Day until we start over again next Sunday. And yeah, shout out to my Aries who has a B-Day, a solar return coming. 2 people wanted to join live back to back. No, sir. This ain't for the youngins. This is astrology only. And I don't see any astrology people that I recognize in here right now. I do see a lot of actual faces on profiles that are coming through. I don't even know what would happen if I let you join. No. If I don't follow you, no, you cannot join me. Sorry. I like that name, just a 80s hair band lover. That's a cool name. Do you know anything about astrology? Mr. Cool Name. Just the 80s. I'm from the 70s, the late 70s, so the 80s was my youngin' days. My past life was Aries though. I was very aggressive, still am. Sometimes we tap into our South Node, which is right here. The South Node is currently in Libra, and I have my South Node when I was born in the opposite sign in Aries. And our karma comes from us being comfortable in the South Node, us being comfortable in relationships. I have a Capricorn moon though, so I was brought up pretty tough, like really strict. That's what Capricorn is, restrictive and authoritative. But I freed myself from that. It took a while though. But yeah, it's like I love to build relationships, but I was built on a tough relationship, the marriage of my own parents. I like that name, Jennifer Jen Baker. Oh, is that my girl from... Hold up. Is that my girl from... Is that my girl from elementary school? Jennifer Jen Baker. Oh my God, let me see. Did I send her an invite? I have got to see if that's you. I sent her an invite because we used to call her that same. I know that Jennifer is a popular name and so is last name Baker, but if that's you, my dog, my friend, my girl, my sis, and she's a Libra. Wow. Libra risings learn from Libra suns. She's a Libra sun. Scorpio risings learn from Scorpio suns. I'm gonna always say that. I'm in a relationship with a Scorpio rising. Again. I'm not gonna make it about this though. Y'all see it on the channel. Y'all see it on my page already. And you can go to @ZEEKA also on here, which is our wild ass TikTok relationship page. Anyway, I am feel like I'm rambling, but I wanted to see if somebody was gonna pop up. I did. I'm glad I saw my possible bestie friend from elementary school. That's wild. Elementary school was like 80s, 90s, early 2000s, the teens, and now we're in the mid 20s almost. That was like 4 decades ago. That's wild. Leroy, oh, I'm inviting Leroy. Leroy's in here. Leroy's in here. Leroy, you still on vacation? Thank you for leaving a comment and hitting the like button, Leroy. I appreciate you. I'm not, are you still on vacation? But you need to come home in May. I tagged you on Facebook. It's the only time I'm a party. Only time I'm party is tourist season. You know, the opposite of Taurus season, or in Cancer season, I do that too. But I don't party in Pisces season, it's too cold. And I party in the Earth sign seasons. I party anytime except the winter. But not too much party. But yeah, I was talking about all the conjunctions and the sextile we're having with the fire and what you call it. Yep. I see your text. Yep. Perfect. Perfect. That's my dog Lee. Lee, real quick, I'm gonna always shout out Lee because he started me on this journey of having a YouTube channel and TikTok, and I started him on the TikTok journey. Just how we do water signs. We flow, we get creative. We get creative, don't we? So that me and Leroy gonna turn out with whoever wanna hit the table. We're gonna get a table for Big G's birthday. And Big G's birthday is the day before my mother's birthday. And Chris Brown's birthday, same time. I don't rock with celebrities, but yeah, I still love C Breezy. Anyway. I appreciate my dog for coming through. I appreciate all y'all for coming through. Leroy was in and out. That's how Leroy does. Because water gotta flow. And water signs drink plenty of water in fire season. Because good God, they be trying to burn us out. I swear to goodness. Aries, Sag, Leo's is more fixed. Fire, okay. More reserved, more fancy. Bougie. So yeah. I love my Sagittarius though, y'all know I love my Sagittarius. And I love my Caps. Whew. I'm not gonna go with what the majority is saying. What's that little noise that's coming up? Thank you for whoever sent us that. I'm not going to go with the flow, the status quo, okay? This stuff is to inform and see if your energies flow. It's not to distract or fearmonger in any way. I mean, let me make that disclaimer, because even though this is happening in my seventh house, and I am definitely learning lessons, okay? I'm definitely learning ways, especially like even not just talking about the eclipse. I have Scorpio, because I'm a Libra rising, that's the first sign. I have Scorpio in the second house, so my sun, okay, my overall personality is about getting money. And my work ethic, my daily routines, things that I keep going in a scorpionic kind of way. I go do the stuff people don't want to do. You know, Scorpio is known as the hidden stuff. Taurus, the opposite side of Scorpio, is the beautiful things, the pleasures, the Venetian type of things. But you have Scorpio. If you have Scorpio like me in the second house, you get money doing stuff people wouldn't normally do. Scorpio way. Okay. My work ethic, like I am the one who, the reason I got Employee of the Year, I'm looking at it right now up on my wall. The reason I got Employee of the Year in 2023 and got promoted in 6 months and all that, the reason I can even leave this job soon, because it's kind of, I don't really value it anymore, is because I have like severe work ethic to the point where Scorpio, we can take a licking and keep on ticking. We can sting and keep going. We don't like die like bees. We sting and keep going. And all that helps me with my values and my material possessions and all kind of second house stuff. Okay? So it's important to know your rising sign so you can know your purposes in life, and especially when things like an eclipse are happening. Thank you, Leroy. Especially when things like this and an eclipse happen, you can know how to flow with this. So like I said, I'm healing from some stuff in relationships because I have this eclipse happening in the second house, conjunct Chiron. I'm learning to react in different ways in my relationships. And I'm learning to lead and motivate because the sun is there too. I don't have to have this in my own chart. This is what's transiting. This is the energies currently, right now. But my chart is up here because I put this in order based on my rising sign. Okay? So hopefully that helps. The other important thing I really want to talk about is this conjunction of Uranus and Jupiter. I don't think I tapped into that really quick. As a matter of fact, let me get my notes to make sure I do this correctly so that I have everything that I want on this video. 1 second, guys. We're going to put the conjunction sign back up here because we're talking about Uranus conjunct Jupiter. They see they're pretty much close in degrees. So even though Jupiter's in 18 degrees and Uranus is in 20 degrees, I think it's like about 19 and 21 now. But they're still 2 degrees away from each other. In 2 different decans, but they're 2 degrees away from each other. So their energies are still very blended, very conjunct. 1 second. Guys, I have no idea how the pollen count is in y'all's city, but it's hella busy. All right. Let me also add, now that I have my notes, that this eclipse is at 19 degrees, which is where Chiron is, which is the Libra degree. There are 0 to 29 degrees, 30 degrees. So you're going from 0 being an Aries degree to 12 being a Pisces degree. You have 13 is Aries, 14 is Taurus, 15 is Gemini, 16 is Cancer, 17 is Leo, 18 is Virgo. 19 is Libra. So we have the opposite degree sign. We have the opposite sign and the opposite degrees. You know what I'm saying? We're in a Libra degree, but everything is in Aries. The sun, the moon, and Chiron. That's significant. By Aries being new beginnings with self, and Libra being new beginnings with others. Also, this is a clean slate. Like I said, we're starting over the zodiac. The sun is starting over. Venus is starting a new cycle. The sun is starting a new cycle. Mercury will be has already started the new cycle and going back all the way in degrees from, like I said, 27 degrees all the way back to, I think it stops at 5 degrees of Aries. So it's going to go through all the decans again, and then everything that you're learning in this retrograde is going to come back around. So after retrograde ends in 2 more weeks, thank God we're past 1 week of this retrograde already. When it ends in 2 more weeks, everything that's happened in this past 3 weeks is going to come back around after April 25th. So I'm quite nervous, but again, I'm tapping into new, more innovative with it, connecting to Pluto, unique ways to keep my relationships fresh and new, clean slate. All right. So also you're thinking, where do you want to put your energy in this too? Because Libra is peaceful, harmonizing. It's also about justice, but it's very balancing. You want to balance these energies. I'm so congested right now, y'all. All right. Anybody saying anything? Thank you again for being here. Tap the screen. And welcome back to Get a Life Astrology. Again, as I introduce myself, I'm TMZ, teaching everyone abundantly, empowering many. Zakia. You may call me Z. Enlightening every day. And this is Get a Life Astrology. And Get a Life stands for Growing into Divine Adults. Loving Yourself Forever. GIDALYFE. Get a Life Astrology. All right. So, what do you want to put your energy into all this? All this new, assertive yet could be impulsive, yet could be pioneering and brave and go leader go. All right, so we also have the eclipse conjunct Mercury retrograde. As the moon moves through the degrees of Aries, it'll conjunct Mercury retrograde, which is what I see, what needs to be reevaluated, what needs to be paused. Okay, what do you see now with the eclipse moving and conjunct Mercury that needs to be reevaluated? Like I said, we have 2 more weeks of retrograde and then 3 weeks till it goes back until it goes into Taurus. All right, we have the eclipse conjunct Chiron, like I said. What needs to be healed? What new things can you, I'm not letting anybody join the live. What new things can you take and lead with, or inspire with, or motivate even yourself with, and to heal some past things that you don't want to go into this new clean slate, this new energy, this new cycle? And then last, the eclipse conjunct North Node. What is your destiny? It is your destiny to be a leader, especially if you have Aries North Node or Aries South Node like I do. It's destiny to lead yourself. All right. We have that going on Moon Day tomorrow. We have on Mars Day, April 9th, the moon will move into Taurus. So it's off edge a little bit because the moon in Taurus is exalted, which means it does well. It's comfortable. But it'll be square Pluto as soon as it comes in because they're both fixed signs, Taurus and Aquarius, which can be a little bit controlling, overbearing. The moon being based on your emotions and Pluto being based on fear and power and rebirth and death. But enjoy your day with the moon moving into Taurus, especially after this intense eclipse that we're going to have. Tauruses love a good meal. The weather will be nice. Get out and ground. All right, we have on Mercury Day, That is April the 10th. The moon will sextile Mars. So the moon will be moving into Taurus, and it'll sextile Mars in Pisces. Remember, sextile means compatible energies between the elements. So this is water and earth energy. The moon sextile Mars means you're grounded and comfortable, especially after all this fire energy. And then the moon will conjunct Jupiter and Uranus that are also going to be conjunct exact on this day. Not that day, I'm sorry. This is the day that Mercury conjuncts Saturn in Pisces. On Mercury Day, I said Mercury, Mars conjuncts Saturn in Pisces on Mercury Day, on April the 10th. This is two maleficents, like I said. This is crises on water, bridges, structures, and again, the last conjunction where Mars and Saturn were in Aquarius back in 2021 was when we all went on lockdown. Aquarius has to do with the people, society, and again, Saturn has to do with restrictions, and Mars has to do with cutting and war. We all went to war and divided, right? They cut our freedom. So do not take this Mars conjunction Saturn lightly. Again, no fear mongering, but just watch it. All right, that's all I want to say about that. Then we have Jupiter Day on April the 11th. The moon will move into Gemini, and it will trine Pluto. So those are both air signs, Gemini and Pluto in Aquarius. It'll also sextile Venus in Pisces. I'm sorry, in Aries. So this is more communication because Gemini is the sign of communication and it's ruled by Mercury. This is also similar mindsets and sharing thoughts with confidence because this is all about the air and fire energy. We also have the Mercury Cazimi on Jupiter Day. What's the problem? And now you can see the solution. So Mercury Cazimi means when Mercury is really close and combust, so close to the sun that they combust, it kind of blows up in a sense. Where do we work the problem out? Mercury is Cazimi in Aries. So depending on where you have, again, this Mercury Cazimi. I have Mercury in my third house. So for those of you who have Mercury in Sag like I do, and you're Libra rising, wherever your Mercury is how you would get money, number one, get information, communicate, and you use your house as your life's purposes to get that education or get that money or whatever. One day when there's more interaction, we'll do more in houses because I'm learning more about houses and how I can really tap into utilizing the planets I have in the house. Because it's not about the sign, because the sign is the house. So if I'm a Libra rising, Libra is my first house. Aries is my seventh house because I'm a Libra rising. There are 12 houses. Moving on, though, we have Venus Day, April the 12th. The moon will square Saturn. So the moon will be in Gemini, squaring Saturn in Pisces. Those are both mutable signs. And it'll also square Mars because Saturn and Mars, again, will be conjunct. Here they are right here. All right, this is about what I should know or what should you share with the moon. Because it's in Gemini, you don't want to say too much. Gemini can be a little chatty. And Pisces can be very deep and watery. So what do you need to pay attention to before you do get cut with Mars and Pisces? Then the moon in Gemini will be sextile Mercury and Aries in retrograde. So you're rethinking your mindset. You're rethinking your emotions. You're rethinking what you're sharing. And it's not a bad idea, especially on Venus Day, because Friday we're all having fun out, say the wrong thing and Party's over. Saturn Day, April the 13th. We have the moon in Gemini, square Neptune in Pisces. Neptune in Pisces. Neptune is the ruler of Pisces as well as Jupiter, but Neptune is the planet of illusions and delusions and spirituality and really deep outer space thinking. And so it's like you're lost in the sauce, or is this real or not? That is the energy on Saturday. Ask the right questions. Get another perspective of what you idolize. And protect and care and self-care. Last, on next Sunday, April the 14th, the moon will square Venus. Venus will be in Aries, so the moon is in Cancer. I'm sorry, the moon moves into Cancer on the 13th, on Saturn Day. So on next Sunday, the moon will already be in Cancer, squaring Venus in Aries. You can't really enjoy yourself. Like when the moon is in Cancer, you're being a mom. Your emotions are wrapped around your home and your family. So you can't really enjoy that with a square to Venus. Venus is about pleasures of what you can enjoy, especially in Aries. Then the moon will trine Saturn and Mars because those are water signs. Moon in Cancer, Saturn, and Mars in Pisces. So trines bring supportive energy. Could be supporting the energies that Saturn and Mars will bring this week. And I definitely want to come back on a live midweek to check in about that. The moon square Mercury, retrograde, some sort of miscommunication on the home front with the moon in Cancer square Mercury in Aries in retrograde, but not in a mean way. But you will do best with leading with a gentle expression. And then the moon in Cancer sextile Jupiter and Taurus. Enjoy your pleasures, for your motherly duties will soon be over and you can get back to chillaxing. All right, next week we have Mercury retrograde conjunct Chiron and Venus in Aries, because Mercury is still rolling back as Venus is moving forward in Chiron as well. Also conjunct the North Node because Mercury is moving out of the third decan and back into the second now. So everything that the moon is doing, Mercury will be doing next week. We have Sun in Taurus by 4:20 next week. Already it'll be Taurus season after this week and late next week. We have a little bit less than 2 weeks of Aries season. Thank gosh. Mars sextile Jupiter, Uranus. Mercury retrograde will conjunct Venus, and Jupiter conjunct Uranus is next week. So more of this conjunction we'll talk about next week. All right, so please comment below as I'm getting ready to end this live, or come on my page, follow me, get to know astrology. Once I get more engagement and more used to getting back out and making myself social, because let's not even talk about it. I'll talk about it on the other pages. Follow me again on my Truther page at Get a Life GIDALYFE 999. That's my TMZ Truther page. This page is TMZ2, which is also known as FUO. And then I have my relationship page, Zeka, ZEEKA. So I have 3 TikToks, y'all, currently, when I used to have a whole bunch that got shut down. So I'm out here. Follow me on Instagram, BaseGodZ. I think I have everything connected to this page. My YouTube is Get a Life Astrology, GIDALYFE Astrology. My YouTube is, excuse me, an Amazonian. You're going to have to DM me for that spelling if you want to follow me on Facebook. All right, but thank you for being here. Y'all have a great eclipse night into eclipse day, and I will be back. I promise. Peace. Oh, and shout out to Jen who did my nails. This is the eclipse right there on the nails. And this is boiling water for the other Martian sign, my Scorpio. Red, I have 1111 on this thumb. And this is the Libra and the Aries sign. On this side, of course, I had to keep it relationship-wise. My relationship with money and the finer things like flowers. 333 is what my lovely Babe says a lot. This is fire and water because we just had Pisces season and we're going into Aries. This is the Scorpio and Sag sign for me and Babe. And this is a beautiful rainbow butterfly with the 8, the infinity sign. Shout out to Jen. She did that. She do nail for you. Peace, y'all. Thank you. Shout out again to Leroy for joining and everybody else. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Moon Day.